Hello, hello, evolutionary women from around the world. It is Catherine here with the amazing Joanne Neweduk, who is the founder of Fabulous at 50, which is an awesome community of women starting to create, as we like to call it in GIFEW, their third acts. This is like one of the best times alive to be a woman, I think. As a woman in her 40s, I look to women in their 50s and I'm like, oh my God, thank you so much, ladies, for paving the way that it can be like a totally different experience than the one my mother had. My mother just came real alive at 70, but she didn't have an amazing community and group like yours in her 50s. So Joanne, share with us who you are and why you created this amazing organization and what you ladies are all about.
Absolutely. Well, as you said, my name's Joanne Neweduk and I live in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And I'm going to correct on one thing. The actual founder of Fabulous at 50 was a woman named Diana Bose. And
Okay.
I got handed the baton a couple of years ago at the start of COVID hitting, very sadly, when her cancer came back with a vengeance and she passed away. And we were all like rocked to our core. It's one of these like what just happened? But I had already at that point been working with her for years. It was initially started as a venture, just like a meetup group. It started off going, I am 50, I'm recently divorced, I'm changing my career, I'm empty nest, like all the life things going on all at once. And she went, I want some girlfriends to play with. And so it
Yeah.
grew from there as activities, and then the large trade shows where women who were running their next business and taking on new adventures came together and put on this massive, wonderful trade shows, which of course we made fun by it being a martini party as well. The bar opens at noon, and speakers and entertainment all day long. But of course, Diana was doing it in one city, and then she wanted, other cities involved. So I then became sort of the main next person running it in Calgary. When Diana did pass, and the world turned upside down with the pandemic, our business was all about in person, and so it literally got out. But when the baton got handed to me, I guess I'm the next founder or creator of the next wave. Because then what I looked at is, well, how can I restructure it? And I did. I restructured everything from the ground up. And now it's run mostly online. It's a global organization where women from all around the world are part of our sisterhood or participate in our Fab Health programs or come and join us live on our Fab Club meetings.
Yeah, that's amazing, Joanne. And thank you for sharing the origin story. Because it's so you can really feel the energy and the commitment and the passion through the founder's story. And also you're creating the next wave, the next chapter, the new incarnation, the next spiral of the
Absolutely.
Organization. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I love that you say that next chapter. That's what we talk about, is we really are a community of sisterhood coming together and saying, what's this next chapter in our life going to look like? Because there really is a monumental milestone when women hit 50. I have found from all the interviews I've done on our podcast, that's one of my favorite questions. Like, what shifted for you, in your 50s or when you turn 50? And I would say no matter whether someone's an author, they're stepping from corporate, they're retiring from being a teacher, or they're still in the midst of everything. Many still have many years before they're even thinking about retirement. There is a shift in how we're looking at the world, how we're looking at ourselves. And one of the most common things is, it's time for me to put myself on the plate too. I have overgiven, often to the point of burnout. And when we hit 50, one of the things that happens is the filter falls off. Right?
Yeah.
It's like, we just
watch
say it
out.
It's kind of like, yeah, no, I'm taking my time now. And it's not about being selfish. And that's one of the messages. It's vital, because the only way we can keep giving everything that we have is we have to fill ourselves up first.
Yeah. I just got present to kind of how insane it is that women get told like we're selfish. Like anytime that we prioritize ourselves above others, that gets translated into selfishness because well, men get accused of being selfish too, but it's like
It's in a different way.
that's usually because yeah, it's a different
It's a different way,
it
but
doesn't come with the same baggage,
it
the
doesn't
same
come with the same
charge.
baggage. And some of it, I like to look at and go, is society really saying that? Or is it within our own minds? And it's twofold. What I've noticed, because I really listen to some of the messaging out there, it's not always that the message is you're being selfish. I liked what you said. That's what's translated. It's that people that give to the point of draining themselves, give to the point of, not thinking about themselves, gets put on a pedestal. So
Yeah.
we interpret then it's selfish to take care of ourselves. But the reality is, and as a nurse, I became a nurse over 35 years ago, and I use those skills within the Fab Health aspect of our Fab at 50. I see a lot of women sick and burnt out
Yeah.
because they
Yeah.
haven't. And I really believe in,
Mhm.
and my messaging is you take care of yourself first and in addition to, so that you can fulfill your passion, so that you can give
Yeah.
to the world. I
Yeah.
kind of say, well, if we do the opposite of let's personify our car. Would a car be selfish because it's getting an oil change or getting filled up with gas? It'd be kind of ridiculous at just sitting in the driveway, not being able to do anything, right? We need
Yeah.
to fill ourselves up. And so
In
that's what we do with this community.
Yeah, that's wonderful. In evolutionary terms and in looking at levels of consciousness, an important part of women in their 50s, like their evolutionary journey, is being soul expressed. Like you referenced
Yes.
the filter coming off
Yes.
and the soul speaking and shining, because guess what? If the soul doesn't shine, if it's not out there expressed, if it's all repressed, you will actually get sick. You will get physical symptoms. Like
Yeah.
there's a direct correlation.
Relationship. Yeah. And there's just
So
so much more joy when people can express. I can't tell you how many women, there is a large percentage of women that come in, and it's quite fun to watch. And often, whether I'm just going to use the corporate world because this is the one where it seems like the biggest juxtaposition, where it's like I was the woman, I was climbing, and I forget even the glass ceiling. It's just like she was on board and then suddenly went, nope, I'm going to be a Reiki master or something along those lines. That
so
in
many
addition,
women.
and what I love is that women aren't turning their back against what they used to do. What they're doing is doing a greater fulfillment of it. They take what it was and what was missing, what was that missing piece, and now they're taking their leadership skills or whatever other skills they had and they bring it forward, and they're doing it in a more heart-centered. I think one of the
Yeah.
things that makes me sad sometimes is we often see women thinking that the way to, for lack of a better word, get ahead in the world is that they have to do it in a masculine way. And what
Yeah.
we're sort of promoting is you can do it. I personally think that feminine is so powerful. It's just softer.
Totally.
Weaker, it's
Yeah,
softer.
it's different.
So we get the two going, the women that were kind of push, and they sit back embracing their femininity. And ironically, as they go into like their 50s and stuff, but then there's the other women that have often, sometimes have been, I hate to say meek and mild, but have been that, oh, I'm just going to, keep my head down and take care of everybody and forget. And then they're standing up in their power center. They're kind of getting into that solar plexus. They're engaging that and they're stepping out into the world. But we do it in sisterhood. We do it with laughter. We do it with support, and we do it with welcoming. That's the other thing.
Amazing.
Don't you find often women get a bad rep about not supporting each other? And I'm like, I don't know. I guess because of this community that I've been creating is I am surrounded by amazing women that are supportive and they don't even have to know each other. If somebody posts something like, I need support today, or I have a friend that's needing your love and support, I am blown away. I'll go and there'll be hundreds of, they don't even know what it's about, but they're willing to send their energy and just make it a better world.
That's amazing. Amazing, Joanne. So, ladies and gentlemen, Joanne is nominated for a GIFEW Evolutionary Women Entrepreneur Award. So vote for her here. Links above. A vote for her is a vote for women being fabulous at 50 and making a difference in the world.
Keep on going.
So,
this is just where you cross and go, I'm on a pathway now.
Keep on going. So thank you so much, Joanne, for being here with us, and good luck at the awards.
Thank you. This has been such an honor. It's wonderful.
Thanks. Bye.